What's going on, guys? Harrison Graham here from Bears Now, doing a quick at-home video because there's a report out there that the Bears have made an offer to Packers quarterbacks coach and passing game coordinator Luke Getsy to be the offensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears. Now, who reported this? That would be Tom Silverstein of a paper in Milwaukee. Let me make sure I get this right here. The Milwaukee Journal Sentinel covers the Packers up there, so he obviously would have connections within the Packers organization with Getsy and with others. And it sounds like, according to him at least, that Matt Eberflus and Ryan Poles have identified him as a potential offensive coordinator candidate. Now, there's rumblings earlier this morning that Getsy could get into the mix in Chicago. I, of course, put out my top 10 offensive coordinator candidates video. If you guys want to still go check that out, go ahead and do so. And I encourage you guys to do so. Hell, we're doing multiple videos per day at this point, whether I'm in studio or at home like this. But the point remains that things are moving quickly. I don't know if this is officially official now. What's for sure not official is no offer has been accepted, at least as I film this at this moment. And I've got Twitter pulled up here right now, and nothing has happened as of yet. But if Luke Getsy is the next offensive coordinator, that's pretty interesting. Now, Albert Breer had previously reported earlier that Eberflus and Getsy there is a working relationship there. They have a connection and a relationship, and that could be a possibility. So this is pretty interesting on a number of fronts. Number one, Eberflus has had the job for a day, and he's already potentially making an offer for offensive coordinator, which tells me that when he interviewed for the head coaching job with Ryan Poles, he was like, hey, these are the guys I'm interested in. These are the guys I'm going to talk to. I'm going to hit the ground running as soon as I get this job, if I get it. And that appears to be the case. There was some chatter earlier today that Pep Hamilton, who's been all over the NFL for the last several years, but more recently with the Houston Texans, could be interviewing with Chicago as well. And a lot of things are happening quickly here. We also learned earlier today that Eberflus and Ryan Poles will be interviewed or will be have their introductory press conference on Monday at 11 a.m. Central. We'll have some kind of coverage for that, so be sure to subscribe. Okay, quick thoughts, and then we'll talk more about Getsy. What is your one-word reaction to Luke Getsy potentially being offered the offensive coordinator job? Let me know down in the comments. We'll make this the pen comment on today's video. So if you get hit with the YouTube ad break, give me your one-word reaction, and then we'll talk more about this possibility after this ad. Okay, let's talk more about Luke Getsy. Just as a coach and his background, just a little bit here. He's been coaching since 2007. He was a grad assistant at Akron, small college in Ohio. Didn't get to the NFL until 2014, bounced around a couple of other small colleges as well. And he's been with the Packers since then. So he's been with Green Bay for 7 or 8 years now. And, of course, the Bears have been getting their ass kicked by the Packers for a very, very long time. So if you identify a coach within that coaching staff and think he can bring something to the table here in Chicago, then that is something that I am very, very interested in. Was a quality control coach on the offensive side from 2014 to 15, became the wide receivers coach in 16 and 17, left Green Bay actually in 2018 to become an OC and wide receivers coach at Mississippi State, returns in 2019 as the quarterbacks coach and has held that title since, but in 2020 also got the passing game coordinator title added to his resume as well. So he's been under Matt LaFleur and Nathaniel Hackett, who, of course, got the Denver Broncos job as the head coach. And there's been some chatter that if with Hackett leaving, that Getsy could get promoted in Green Bay, it would either be him or the offensive line coach, who I'm drawing a blank, to get the OC title under Matt LaFleur. But that person would not call plays. So Getsy, even if he got promoted in Green Bay, would not be the play caller, which obviously in Chicago, they can offer that. They can offer him to be the offensive coordinator and call the plays, not just have the OC title and name. So a lot of things continuing to unfold. Things are happening quickly. This is why you subscribe, because whether we're in the studio or whether I'm at home, trying to sneak in a day off here because it's been so hectic, still bringing you guys the news. YouTube.com/Bears Now. Hit that subscribe button. We'll continue to crank out news and rumors videos when major developments happen like this. We will have you covered. So subscribe. We're not going anywhere. Lots of videos still to come here on Chicago Bears Now. So if you get Luke Getsy, let's just say you get him. Number one, I like it because he's been on a good staff for years now under Matt Eberflus and, of course, Nathaniel Hackett, who just got a head coaching job. And you got to get the right guy for Justin Fields. Now, Getsy doesn't have a ton of play calling experience, none in the NFL. So, first time play caller, that's obviously, somewhat of a risk. But I will add this as well. Getsy also interviewed for the Broncos head coaching job. I think that's somewhat significant. He's well respected around the league. And I think that there's a lot of potential here if this ends up being the hire. Now, I'd be interested in interviewing some other candidates. I mentioned a lot of names on that video that went out earlier today. I haven't heard much Jim Caldwell buzz since Eberflus has gotten the job, so it's possible that ship has sailed, that it was head coach or bust for Caldwell. But I think that this is pretty interesting. Now, Brad Spielberger, who does some work with Pro Football Focus, is, I don't want to say reporting, maybe speculating, connecting dots. How about Pep Hamilton, who was supposed to be at Halas Hall, as the quarterback's coach? Now, that I could get behind. You get Getsy as the OC, Pep Hamilton as the quarterback's coach, and, you can give him pass game coordinator title as well. That's a pretty damn good staff on paper. You're seeing this start to potentially come together here under new head coach Matt Eberflus and GM Ryan Poles, and you're starting to add this all up, and it's like, okay, I like what I'm seeing here, because what did we say when you hired a defensive head coach, or what were we saying even before then? If you hire a defensive head coach, got to get the offensive staff in place. Well, if you get Getsy and Hamilton, you're in a good spot, because if Getsy turns this thing around and this offense takes off and he gets a head coaching job next year or the year after that, well, then Pep Hamilton's ready to go. He could take over as OC if needed. So that's why it's important not only to get the OC hire right, but to get a quality quarterbacks coach as well. And if you could get Pep Hamilton to come down, because his future in Houston is very up in the air. They're actually interviewing Josh McCown, former Bears quarterback, today for a second time. Then that's something, that's, if you're Pep Hamilton, you're saying, I can't wait to find out if Houston's going to keep me or not. So if you can get these two guys, I like how this thing is rounding into form, and rounding into form quickly. I mean, it's very clear that Matt Eberflus had a game plan and had strong coaches that he was tied to, and guys that he felt like he could bring in here to come round out this staff. Would you like the hire of Luke Getsy as offensive coordinator? Type Y for yes, type in for no. Weigh in for me down in the comments section if you would like to see the Packers quarterbacks coach come over and be the OC. I would like it. I would like it. Again, you never know how these things are going to work when you bring these guys in, but Pep Hamilton is well respected. Maybe he's your quarterbacks coach. Luke Getsy has been with a winning organization like the Packers and a good offense, and a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers. A lot of lessons to be learned there if he wants to come in and coach Justin Fields and build an offense around Justin Fields. I think that's very, very appealing to me, and I think it should be very appealing to you guys as well, as we see, how this staff kind of continues to come together. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm thrilled to see what Poles and Eberflus say during their introductory press conference on Monday. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen the little clips that the Bears have posted on Twitter and Instagram and so forth. Just the little hype videos. It's exciting times, man. I'm not sitting here and saying this, it's going to work and it's for sure. Like, these are grand slams. There's no way that the Bears missed on these hires. But I'm also saying that's never the case. There's very rarely, if ever, a surefire home run as a hire. So I'm interested to see this play out. Remember, Follow me on Instagram at HGramNFL, at HGramNFL. It's about 2 o'clock Central. I'm still going live at 3 Central. That is the plan on Instagram. So join me for that. I will take all of your questions, and we'll be sure to talk more about this and anything else that comes down the pipeline. So be sure to tune in for that. All right, that's all for now. Again, the report coming out of Milwaukee that the Packers quarterbacks coach Luke Getsy has possibly, at least according to one reporter, been offered the offensive coordinator job in Chicago, and things are heating up. So hit that subscribe button. All right, we'll see you guys soon here on Chicago Bears Now. I am Harrison Graham signing off. For now, who knows what else is going to happen over the next couple days.